here, we do have the Rams taking on the Chicago Bears. Right now, the Rams are 1-2 on the season, along with the Chicago Bears as well. Right now, per ESPN.com API, the Rams have a 51% chance of winning to Sunday's game. Mark, with the Rams having a 51% chance of winning this game, tell me how the Rams can actually win this game.
Well, the one thing that really was key to the Rams last week beating the 49ers was their rush. Kyron Williams, that guy is really playing like really well. So I feel like it, and plus Chicago's defense gave up a shit ton of yards last week, so they should be able to take advantage of that. But the one thing I keep thinking about, Keenan Allen is supposed to be back this week finally after injury. I feel like they got to really watch him.
So you think if the Rams shut down Keenan Allen, that will be the key of the success?
Well, I mean, their offense really hasn't looked great, and so they finally have another guy there that could help them out. You know, maybe give Odunze single coverage. Who knows? But yeah, they need to focus on that.
See, how I think the Bears could potentially win this game is the offensive line needs to step up and give Caleb Williams just a little bit more time, just a little bit more protection. Yes, Caleb Williams does hang on to the ball for an extended period of time. He actually has the longest held ball in the NFL from snap until pass release. That is his average, not an outlier. That is his average. So he has the average holdest long time in the NFL. So key number one for the Chicago Bears this week is a nice offensive line. Give Caleb Williams time to really analyze that Rams defense, because let's just be honest, ever since Aaron Donald has gone away, the Rams defense has really not lived up to much expectations. Number two is I think DJ Moore needs to get out of his own head. DJ Moore has been deemed this cancer in the locker room. He has been seen yelling on the sidelines at Caleb Williams and coaches, and he kind of seems to be like a Stephon Diggs almost to an extent. So I think getting DJ Moore the ball early and often will definitely help this Bears offense and kind of hush him up for the time being. Next up is I think you have to get pressure on Matthew Stafford. Montez Sweat and DeMarcus Walker definitely has to pin their ears back and go get the ball. They have to go get Matthew Stafford over and over and over again. What is Matthew Stafford's biggest flaws is that he does get injured a lot, to be honest. Yes, he is strong as nails, but he gets injured a lot, and right now he is nursing that sore shoulder. So with that being said, the Rams do have a 51% chance of going into Chicago and beating the Chicago Bears. Mark, who are you taking?
I got the Rams, man. I think, like you said, Matthew Stafford's hurt and he's strong, but dude, he's like an Iron Man. And I feel like he's the type that the more he's hurt, the better he plays. And not only is he hurt, but their whole team has really dealt with a ton of injuries. He has no Kupp, no Puka Nacua, and he's still balling out. So yeah, I think I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm actually going with the Rams as well, even though Cooper Kupp is out yet again. Tutu Atwell is starting to kind of make a name for himself. He is definitely kind of being that X factor for the LA Rams. But I really like the Rams run offense. Keenan Williams and Ronnie Rivers has kind of been that nice little 1-2 punch that the Rams have been kind of seeking for a long time. They moved away from Cam Akers this off season. Oh, it wasn't Cam Akers. Mark, help me out. Who was their running back last season? Austin Eckler, right? No, it was Cam Akers.
No, it was Cam Akers.
Yeah. So they moved on from Cam, gave Kyron the keys to the kingdom, and he is definitely balled out. So I'm picking the Rams. Mark is picking the Rams as well. So guys, here in the comments below, wow or heart emoji. Wow for the LA Rams, heart for the Chicago Bears. Who are you guys taking? So let's go ahead and jump over here into the comments. Let's get that off of the screen. Pepe's in the chase says, what's the problem with the Chiefs' red zone offense? We'll be talking about the Chiefs here momentarily. Pepe, stay back. I'm pissed off about the Kansas City Chiefs. Carson says Cousins would tear something if he tried to do the dirty bird. 100% facts. 100% facts. Do not even get that man an opportunity to get heard again. Biggest Brown fan says Caleb Williams need to show me something before he turns into an author, or turns into another, I guess. Another what? Another bust? Or I mean, Mark, first things first, were you high on Caleb Williams coming out of the draft, or were you kind of like, maybe he needs to show me first?
I was that guy, Buck. Like I was, dude. I hate that they throw the word around generational with these guys. Like they said the same thing about Trevor Lawrence, and I really haven't seen anything generational about him yet. So whenever they slap that on a guy, I really don't like it because it puts so much pressure on him, more than they already have. And I feel like he has all this pressure, and that could be why he's struggling right now.
So I have been deemed kind of this Caleb Williams hater, right? Basically, I am a realist. I come with Mark. Slow it down. Let the man, play a NFL season before we start crowning this guy to be in the world's best quarterback ever. Wayne G, Mark, I kind of know if you knew this, but Wayne G said if you built a quarterback in a lab, it would be Trevor Lawrence. Like the perfect arm strength, the perfect hair, the perfect height, everything. He's like, Trevor Lawrence, come here, right? Wayne G loved him some Trevor Lawrence. But as much as I dog Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams is steadily improving each and every week. So, biggest Brown fan, what do you what do you want to see from him? Do you want to see a 400-yard passing game? Do you want to see a 5-touchdown game? Like, what do you want to see? Mark, try to explain to me, like, what do you think the biggest Brown fan wants to see from Caleb Williams this week?
Like I want to say more, less off script stuff. He relies too much on his athletic ability to go and do that. And a lot of times it's not going to happen like it does in college in the NFL. Like he thinks it will, and he needs to play more from the pocket. So I think that's more the key to him being successful is playing more in the pocket.
Yeah, and being able to play in the pocket is better offensive line play, because if you look at bad offensive line in the dictionary, it has the Chicago Bears next to it, 100%. Carson Lang says the Rams will win by just letting the Bears do what they have done. So the Bears are going to Bears, says Carson Lang. More than likely. More than likely. Wayne G says a healthy Keenan Allen is arguably the best receiver in the NFL. His return equals Caleb Williams' first big game. Mark, when you see that, what do you first initially think?
It's what I said earlier. Like you got to watch Keenan Allen. He was the best wide receiver last year, and he's going to be coming back. And like I was saying, he might get some single coverages because of all the guys they have wide receiver wise.
Yeah. Just basically wait until he strains a hammy again or a knee or something. I don't know. Whatever. It's just a matter of time. Biggest Brown fan says Caleb Williams needs to show me more. Needs to show me something before he turns into a Justin Fields. Mark, what is your thoughts on Justin Fields? Because I can go in on the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields all like all night long. Do you think the Browns or the Bears messed up by Justin Fields by letting him go, or did they do right?
I don't know. They were kind of in a sticky situation because they drafted Fields not knowing that they were going to be able to draft Caleb later, so it's one of those things where kind of like the Colts when they had Manning, sort of, not exactly the same, but sort of how when Indy had Manning, but he was hurt, he hadn't been playing, and they were like, hey, we have a chance to draft Andrew Luck. So they did it. So I feel like it's one of those scenarios where not necessarily they didn't do right by Fields. It's just a better opportunity came up and they had to take it.
I think the better opportunity would have been able to put players around Justin Fields and a coaching staff that was competent, and he would have been doing much what he is doing now, being a average quarterback, leading the Browns or to the Bears to a 3-0 start of the season. But hey, it is what it is. Kevin says Bears are still trash, and Williams going to be another QB not to throw for 4,000 yards. I mean, that's facts. The Bears have never had a quarterback to throw over 4,000 yards in a season. Did you know that, Mark?
I did know that, and I actually thought he was going to be able to do it.
Never. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. Nathan Wheeler's in the chat. He says, what up, man hour? What up, Nathan? Hope you're having a grand old night. Kevin said, Allen used to be the one of the best receivers in the league, not now. And I concur with that. He had the potential to be a top 5 receiver. He had the potential to get paid those dollar bills, y'all, but he could never stay healthy. And he wasted his career being on the IR, being in LA or San Diego or whatever city you want to claim. Mark, is Keenan Allen still a top receiver?
I have to say right now, no, because he hasn't played. He's living up to his name of being always injured. So no, he's not the best receiver anymore. Until he can be consistent every week and have a year like he did last year, then we can say that. But that last year was his one good year that he had. So I want to see more of that.
Yeah, I will see. Nathan Robert Wheeler wants to know, should Tua stop playing? Me personally, no. I mean, right until the wheels fall off, I guess. What are your thoughts, Mark?
I don't think it's fair for any of us to tell him to stop playing. It's his decision, totally up to him.
Yeah. His wife and family needs to definitely figure that out. Kevin is taking the Rams in this particular name, and Alpha Rob looks like he is taking the Rams as well. And Kevin says Lawrence generationally talent sucks. not wrong. Alpha Rob says Williams not looking good at all. But he's not looking great, but he's not looking terrible though either. He's looking like a rookie quarterback. Let's just be honest, right? Right, Mark?
Yeah, like all these guys. Even my boy Nix, he finally had a really good game last week, but it's still, the jury's still out on him, so we still got to wait and see.
Yeah. It's kind of like it is kind of like, yeah, you had one good game. Now do it two or 3 or 4 games in it, like in a row, and then you can prove it. Just like Kevin says, all players need to prove it. Derek says, if Chicago the number 1 pick again, so he's saying the Chicago Bears will have the number 1 pick again. So it sounds like he's taking the Rams.
Damn, again, the number 1 pick again?
Well,
that would be crazy.
Don't they still have another number 1 pick from the Panthers still from the Bryce Young?
They do. That's what I mean. It's like, but my point is, are they going to just throw Caleb out the window like for 1 year? Like, come on.
They'll move down and get some offensive line help. But next up, moving on to the next game here. We had the Rams